We're live. Look at that. We're live.
live.
Now we just need to get feedback. If people can hear us.
Why don't you do it 2x2?
Because there's only one camera. Unless you want to take this from your bedroom. Hey everyone, we are live. Wait, we're not even centered here. There you go.
Should I turn it this way or my back hurts?
No, it's gonna be fine.
You want to switch chairs?
Do I want to switch chairs? No, I like my chair better.
I like this. This chair's amazing. You should try this one out. It's so good.
But I want you to have the best chair in the house.
Well, this one's the worst chair.
All right.
Where can you see? Oh wait, one person.
Yeah, one person is live. That's okay. We'll wait 1 second. And we're early. Look at that.
Hi, Mom. Can you hear us?
Yep. He's happy to be here. All right. You ready?
Yeah. So we just start asking questions?
Yeah, we can start asking questions. You want us to go first?
No, you were going first.
I'm going first?
Yeah, you're going first.
All right. What is your favorite technology?
Technology?
Yeah.
Like phone. Phone, like iPad, stuff like that, or.
Yeah, tell me what you think the answer is to that question for you.
So, technology, like what?
Well, are you excited about like smartphones? Are you excited about cloud? Are you excited about like computers or?
I don't know. I've never been like I'm kind of interested in like cloud, but like it's not something like I'd say I want to have like a job for, you know?
Yeah. Did you want to have any jobs in technology or whatever?
Hi.
Hi, Ken.
Do you know? No.
Yeah. Do you want to have a job in technology or?
No.
No technology. What you want to be a teacher? Is
yeah.
that it? You don't want to be a technology teacher?
No.
All right. Well, this is the end of the stream. So thank you for coming.
Okay.
Move this way.
I can't. The resin's there.
This way. Thank you.
Oh, look at Arlo.
All right.
Arlo. Shadow. Look at him.
Yep. All right. So, how did you start your career as becoming a student?
My parents put me into kindergarten. Then I went up to first grade. Then I went up to second. And then I went to third. And then I went to fourth. And now I'm in fifth right now, but I'm going to sixth, like in 27 days.
Nice.
I'm like leaving school on the 17th. I just found out.
On the 17th? That's exciting. I want to leave work on the 17th.
You can't.
For like 2 months.
You can't leave work.
I can't?
You can't.
That's too bad.
So what happened with what's your story with Puma? Like how'd y'all just
I needed a job and they were like I needed a job and I was like, you know what? I just need a change of scenery. I need a change of scenery. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna apply to places. And for some reason I found Puma. And I applied to be a desktop engineer over there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were crazy enough to say that I was good enough for them. And I got the job. Really just that simple. I don't even know how I found Puma. I think I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, what? They're still alive? Because it's not really a brand you see in the US that much. I was like, oh, I knew about them growing up. I didn't realize that they still had stuff, and they do. So,
yeah. Okay, your turn.
My turn. I asked you like 50 questions.
You asked one.
150, same number. Like when you do like technology, when you look into like things in technology that you want to use, what do you look for as a child? Like what is the thing that makes you say, you know what, I want this thing, I want to buy this thing? Like what makes you say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, you think like, okay, I'm gonna buy something because it's cool, because it's trendy, because
Just
you can run my
anything
games,
I like technology wise.
because my parents can have control over my device. Are those like things you think about? You're like,
No.
yeah, you know what? I want this because my parents can
No.
control my device.
No, like anything I like technology.
And just technology
Okay.
in general. Like if you want like a computer or phone or whatever, what do you like look for?
I've always wanted a Nintendo because like I like that you can just have games on there, and I think that's pretty cool to me.
So you look for something that you can play with.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like video games and stuff.
You like video games and stuff?
Yeah, I lost my video game that I wanted to play.
Oh, that's okay. You'll find another one.
Do you know where it is?
I don't know where we keep having this discussion. Okay. All right, your turn to interview me.
If you could do a different job besides IT, what job would you do? Or like cloud? Or
Like
whatever.
besides like like technology or just cloud?
Just like cloud, like.
I think if I could
like
do
that.
any other job, I would be a software developer. That
No.
would be a fun thing.
No technology.
No technology. Oh, okay. What if I could do another job without technology?
Well, like all jobs need technology, but you know what I mean.
The one job that I want to do that I probably will never be able to do, it's to be an Imagineer.
What's that?
It's like the people at Disney who create like all the rides, all the
cool.
parks, like layouts and all that stuff, and just really the people who design all the Disney parks. Like that would be like a cool job to just create random things. It's just like, I think it's the coolest job in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So look at that, we're 3 people on here.
Woo!
You see that?
Lego.
Or build Lego. Building Lego parks must be a fun thing to do.
Oh wait, someone just left.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, so it's my turn to interview you.
Yep.
All right. What do you think you will study in college?
Like English language arts, history.
Oh, so you want to be an ELA teacher?
Or like science and like botany.
Or science.
Like
That's a very broad field. Science or language.
Well, I'm gonna try and do both.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
Look at this cat, just like, yeah, I'm chilling like right here.
Oh, hi. Hi, Arla. Your eyes are so pure.
All right, your question.
Money. Okay, my question. For programming, what was the hardest like thing, like scorpion, like
Scorpion or snake or
Python, was it?
Yes, Python.
So like what was the hardest to learn? Like, Python, those kind of things, like code languages.
I think the hardest thing to learn was C++. Because it's like so it just gets very difficult.
Oh no, and she's looking at his butt. Okay.
We will make it rated X. She's licking him.
Shadow! Stop. Wait, can I grab them? I'm gonna grab them really quick.
Yeah, Scorpion. I love how you always say Scorpion as a programming language. That should be one. Somebody's gonna invent this programming language called Scorpion. But yeah, C++ was the hardest one because it's like it's really like all of programming that is encompassed by C++, and it's just so difficult to just to learn compared to everything else. Like it's like I would say like the hardest language are like C++, and then everything else. Not that it means anything to you, right? You're like, I don't know what you just said.
Yeah, I'm going to ask another question. Okay, you interview me and then I'll ask my 2 questions.
No, ask your questions.
Okay, so I have 2. So the first one is, like, how do you create, like, a coding language, like...
How can somebody create a coding language?
Kind of like Python, like, and what is, like, why do they call it, like, C++, Python? Why do they do that?
Well, people come up with names. I think there probably was ABC, and then they were like, okay, we're going to improve on C, and we're going to do C++. But the name is really something that people give the programming language for no like real reason. That it doesn't mean anything. To create a programming language, I mean, there's different ways of creating a programming language. You can create something on top of another programming language, where it's what do you call it? Or it's like an extension to an existing programming language, or like I did with Koopy, and you create like a brand new programming language from scratch, and like basically what you do is you say, okay, you basically have to translate it.
Someone said hi.
Hi. So basically, if you create a programming language, you have to like create your own, rules of the language and how it works, and then you have to have something like underneath it to take like whatever you said your rules are and translate it for the computer. And so that's basically how you create a programming language.
Okay, you go next, because...
Okay. What programming languages did you learn?
None.
In school? Yeah, you did.
What?
To kink this stuff.
Well...
Do you remember what it was?
No, she didn't tell us what it was called.
It's called Scratch.
Oh, yeah, Scratch, yeah, that.
Yeah, how was learning Scratch?
It was hard, but it was kind of fun.
Yeah. What was the hardest part of learning Scratch? Hi everyone who's joining.
Oh, so many people.
Yeah.
Like here.
So what was the hardest part of learning Scratch?
I feel like, so we had to learn how to like make a sprite dance.
Yeah.
That was kind of hard because like it wouldn't move when I wanted it to move,
Yeah.
So I had to work on it for like 2 days, but I got it.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's how all programming works. You say this should work, and then it just doesn't work. It doesn't want to work. So that's just how it is. All right, your turn.
What's the most like? Has anyone ever like? Has there ever been a problem that you can't like fix or whatever?
No, I solve every single one of my problems. Except you.
Oh, sorry.
No. Yeah, there's been plenty of problems that I can't solve. And like usually what I do is I just step away from them. That's really the number one trick to solving problems, is just to not work on them, right?
Do you come back, or you just like...
You come back, yeah. Like you just let your brain work on its own. It's like in the back of your mind, and it's like working the problem, and then like all of a sudden, like you find a solution. And like sometimes you're like you don't think about it, and then you restart the program with like solving the problem with like a fresh mind, and then yeah, I saw that, and then you're able to think about it differently, and then you find the answer. That's happened many times. I've been stuck on a problem for days, then I just stopped looking at it for weeks, and then I come back and it's like, oh, like it just works. All right, if you have to choose between Python, Java, or C# to start with, which one would be more useful in a cloud engineering job? Gabby, this is a question for you.
Well, Python isn't right. It's Scorpion.
It's Scorpion. It's not Python. It's Scorpion. I mean, if you have to choose, okay, let me give the question. For cloud engineering job, I think for a lot of programming jobs, Python is really like the one nowadays, because it allows you to do a lot of the things that you do in in cloud engineering job, but it also expands your horizon of what you can do to like things like data analytics and like some sort of a little bit of scripting, because you can do some scripting with Python. So really, if I had to choose Python, Java definitely not. C# maybe. JavaScript maybe, but not. I mean, people use Java, but it's weird.
Oh wait, I did it to the wrong one. I was making a purple.
Yeah. So Python. If I had to choose one, I would choose Python. Just because it opens way more doors than any of the other two. And C# doesn't really run. I mean, it does, but it doesn't really run on Linux systems. So you're really like closing off a door with a C#. So Python would be my answer / Scorpion.
I have a question about like what they said.
Yeah.
LF. So basically, like if a kid had to learn it, which one would you say would be like the easiest?
I think Python also would be the easiest. Just because like the other ones have like more rigorous structure that they have to follow. Meaning that you have to do things a certain way, like clearly a certain way, whereas Python really allows you to do things in just weird ways that like aren't allowed in other languages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would choose Python.
What was the first, like, how Python's like the thing, like what is that called again?
Programming language.
What was the first programming language you learned?
I would say PHP. I think that's the first one I actually learned.
What was the easiest one you've ever learned?
TypeScript.
What was...
Actually, Python also is up there on the easy ones.
What was the first ever, like, programming language name you've ever heard? Mine was Python.
I think it was PHP. Because I was playing a game and all this stuff that you had at the time, like, I was playing a game and there was like tools online, but you had to deploy them yourself. There weren't really like tools you could use. Mm-hmm. And you had to like get a web host to come to put your stuff in, and you have to modify like settings in PHP. And so, yeah, that was PHP. That's what I was doing when I was like slightly older than you.
Is it lagging?
This is lagging a little bit, but it's not. We're not lagging. All right.
You want to interview me a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. LF says that Python is the easiest to learn. Yeah, I agree. Fairly simple to learn.
How do you do it?
How do you do it? Do you want me to teach you? We'll do another live stream where I teach you Python.
Sure.
I mean, really, like, to learn a programming language, how I do it is you just have to find a problem to solve. Like, I want to do something, and then you just use like the tool to do it. Like, it's like, the way I see it is like buying a tool and then trying to find something to use your tool with. Like if we go to Home Depot and we just buy a saw, and now we're like, okay, what can we cut with this, right? That's the same way as like that's how I see, like, if you learn a programming language by just learning it and then figuring out what to do. Mm-hmm. You have to have a problem to use it on, and then it makes sense to use it. Otherwise, in my opinion, it doesn't really make sense.
How's going at
it? Yeah.
She's like really like bathing herself.
Yep.
What do you like? What do you think? Actually, can you interview me and then I'll say my question?
Yeah.
I like when you ask me questions.
So what is your favorite game to play right now?
FNAF, aka Five Nights at Freddy's. But that's like the only game I have on the Nintendo.
So you like horror games?
Oh yeah, I love horror games. They're so much fun.
I'm so glad you love horror movies.
I love
'Cause
horror movies. I love horror games. I love everything that's horror.
That's awesome because then I don't have to hang out with your mom.
I have to write. I'm like writing horror horror stories.
You're writing horror stories?
Like out of free will. Like she isn't. Like,
out of free will?
Yeah, like the teacher isn't like, oh well.
You're not being compelled to write horror stories?
Yeah, the teacher isn't like, oh well, like you have to.
Oh.
Arlo agrees.
Because like he's very happy. He's purring.
Okay. He's so loud. She's still going. She's slowing down.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I'll ask mine and then you can ask me mine.
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know. Like, you want to look it up or can you not? Okay. So Scratch basically like there was blocks and it was like said jump and then like repeat or whatever. And for this like on like Carolyn's screen, I know they can't see it.
No, they can't see it. I'm just going to see if I have Scratch installed already.
I know. You don't.
I have Stardew Valley installed.
Can I play Stardew Valley for a little bit on your computer?
No, not right now.
Not right now, after.
You have it on your computer.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I have to re-log my password in. You know, on STEM and everything? Not on STEM. Like, for the Sims and stuff like that, you know? Scratch
MIT. All right.
Yeah.
Let's show people what Scratch is because people probably don't know what Scratch is. Start creating.
He's the Scratch character.
Yeah.
He's the Scratch leader. Okay. So, okay. You wanna? Can you share your screen?
Yeah. Let's see if we can share the screen.
Everybody look to the left. We should just do that. Okay. So I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Okay. Okay. Do it. Okay. So can I point here or do I need to point over there?
No, you can point on the screen.
Okay. So do you want to make your character dance? Do you want to?
No, but we can show quickly. I think this is not the point, but
So basically, like.
I don't want a tutorial. I want to just do it.
Okay, so just choose a character and everything, like a sprite.
All right, let's take a sprite.
You have to no.
Oh no, he's here.
Go over there at the bottom.
Wait, I need to have like the start, right?
You have to just edit it.
When this is clicked, then what we're going to do is we're gonna move 10 steps, right?
Everybody move to the left. Everybody move to the right. I don't know.
Yeah, so boop. Then turn 15 degrees. Then go to random position.
Okay, right. Go to green.
Boop.
We had to make a clicker game. That was hard. Can you do that?
No, we're not gonna make a clicker game.
No, not right now. But yeah, this is just like the thing, like, cause like can I call you Carolyn?
Yes, that's my name.
Cause Carolyn, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Cause Carolyn had this. Carolyn didn't have this. I had to do this, but Carolyn uses like words or like script or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Gabby, do you think Scratch is difficult?
Scratch is kind of hard.
Is it hard?
I'm not good at coding, and I'm not good at a lot of things. So, you know.
I think if you play with it enough, I think you could do it. Do you want to do a game and then you can demo it at some point?
Well, you have to help me. Like, we were planning on making a game, and then you're like, never mind.
We weren't planning on making a game right now. Just wanted to show people what Scratch is so that people understand what we're talking about.
Not right now, no. You can make, like, animations on Scratch. It's really cool.
Yeah. You can make, like, cards, birthday cards, and greeting cards. All right, we lost a kid.
Lay down for a second.
What is happening?
I'm here. Wait.
All right, we're going to stop the sharing. Actually, I'm going to remove the screen.
So, I'm so excited. Are we going to do a live tomorrow?
She should try learning it. I think Like it's very fun to learn Scratch. There's games actually. Sorry,
Wait, oh, come on.
there's like games. What is it? Tinker.
Tinker is fun.
Tynker.
Okay,
For
so
children.
I wasn't as interested. Like I wasn't interested like when we first had to do it, but like once you get into it, like it's actually pretty fun. Like Tinker and like Scratch and stuff like that. Or like if your daughter you could do like Scratch Junior. That's a little like easier. I don't know. It's like for younger kids.
Yeah, Tinker is great because there's problems that they have to solve, like using the programming. Like there's like Barbie stuff and Minecraft stuff, like all using like Scratch as like the basically the back end, their underlying system. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Um, what is happening here?
My back hurts. Okay.
All right, we'll switch.
I need something to support my back for a second.
Let's switch.
No. Yeah. I'm the interviewer now.
Now you're the interviewer. All right, let's see. Let's see what you got to say.
Welcome back to the channel. I've taken over. I've taken over. Sorry, do I need to?
Yeah, you need to tell people you're taking over. This is now your channel. You're the interviewer.
I'm the interviewer. This is now called the kid interview.
The kid interview. All right, go ahead. Kid interview me.
Okay, so like, what got you into just like, how old were you when you first learned IT?
When I first learned IT,
or like cloud, whatever. I don't know what to call it.
Well, okay. When I first got into like technology as a kid, I was probably like 8.
Besides school, like
I was probably like 8 because I was like troubleshooting things on my grandfather's computer. Every time there was a problem with my grandfather's computer, he would say it's my fault.
For real?
Because I would just do things on the computer and it was like, oh, Caroline messed something up. It's like, no, I don't mess things up. I know what I'm doing. It's over there.
No,
Can we just not?
Sorry.
So yeah, so that's when I started in technology. Then I went into like doing some programming when I was like around 11, 12. And then like I got into technology because it was fun. And yeah, the rest is history, as they say.
What college did you go to?
No, I'm not gonna say that. It's on my LinkedIn profile.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
You have a LinkedIn?
I have a LinkedIn. Everybody has LinkedIn. You don't have a LinkedIn?
Nobody has LinkedIn.
Everybody has a LinkedIn. Even your mom has a LinkedIn.
I don't think she does.
Yeah, she does. No. Even the cat has a LinkedIn.
She does actually.
You know what? We should actually create one for the cat. See how many people contact. You know what? We should create a LinkedIn for animals and see how many recruiters contact the animal. I would try that. I'm just curious how many recruiters don't even look at the profile and just search keywords and then just be like, hey, cat, I see that you graduated from Cat University with a degree in cloud computing.
Cat computing.
Cat computing. Yeah, but they won't look for cat computing. They will look for cloud. We should do that. I will do that. That would be fun. Creating a LinkedIn profile for my cat.
You're like cracking yourself up.
I'm funny.
Okay, I'm interviewing you. Tell me a joke.
I don't have any jokes to say.
Yes, you are.
Where do all the astronauts hang out?
On the moon.
No, at the space bar. Space bar. The space bar. Isn't that a fun joke? Well, yes, for it. How about you tell me a joke?
I'm not like good at just saying jokes. Like,
Well, you forced me
like
to say a joke. Now you have to say a joke yourself because you can't just say I'm not funny and then not prove that you're funnier than I am. That's not a thing.
Dad jokes for days.
That joke's for days. Yep.
If
Somebody's got to do it.
If you were a spider, how many legs would you have?
8.
Oogly boogly.
All right. Let's move on to more interesting topics.
That was so funny.
I'm glad neither of us are funny. So,
what? Oh my god.
It's your joke. Okay.
Who do you think your number one fan is, and who do you think?
I think your mom is my number one fan.
Joe Mama.
And you're my number 2 fan. Anyway.
I'm your number 1. I've been here since day 0.
That's true. What do you think cloud computing is?
Like, you want me to explain it, or you want me to just say like what my opinion is on cloud computing?
No, explain what you as a child think that.
Can I say both?
Yeah. Get a little bit more into the screen. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you didn't do anything.
Okay, go ahead.
So in my opinion, I think it's pretty cool what they do. Like,
well, explain what it is so that people who watch this understand what you think cloud computing is, and then you can say what you think about it.
So, like, first thing that comes to mind is programming.
Okay.
So, like, why I think this is because, like, when I used to come off to your, like, office and whatever, or, like, come down because I used to be up here, I'd see you be like, oh, like,
I see.
So, and like, you'd be like, well, I'm doing like cloud engineering.
So cloud computing is
like cloud engineering,
so cloud computing is programming. Nice. And what's your opinion of it?
My opinion is I think they're pretty cool. Not you though.
Not me. Okay, no, thanks.
No. Because you have dad jokes, and my spider joke was so funny.
Your spider joke.
If you had a spider, how many legs would it have?
8.
Daddy, long legs. Wait. I thought of one.
Are you trying to make your spider joke works? You're just gonna try all the punchlines to make your spider joke work?
I thought of one.
Okay.
If you had a spider, how many legs would it have?
8.
Scorpion.
Scorpions don't have.
Oh wait,
no, they do.
Wait.
Do they have 8 legs? I think they do.
I think they do. If you had a scorpion with hairy legs and 8, they have 8 eyebrows, right? Eyeballs. I think so, right?
They have 8 legs, scorpions.
Weird, but you.
They have 2 eyeballs. But anyway, like, why are you trying to make these jokes work? Like, just workshop them offline, and then when we do another one of these, you can just give us a funny joke.
How much wood could a python chuck if a python could chuck wood?
Okay,
we're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on.
Oh my god.
Do you have questions except the python chucking wood?
So why are you a dog person or a cat person? I'm just gonna ask.
Why am I a dog person?
No, are you a dog person or a cat person?
I like dogs.
Why do you like dogs?
Because there's like that one dog that just chill with me all the time.
Lily?
Yeah, the cats just ignore me. No,
Lily?
Lynn.
I said Lily, and you're like, yeah. Okay.
They both hang out with me all the time.
I like.
If one doesn't hang out with me, it's the other one.
Why? Okay, back to what it is. So, like, if someone asked you for like their advice on a YouTube channel, what would the advice like you give them?
Just do it.
No.
I know I can't say that working at Puma, but just do it. Honestly, like if you start a YouTube channel, just keep doing it. Don't stop. It's a numbers game.
Mhm.
The more videos you have, the more views you get, the more people subscribe to it, and the more the algorithm knows what to recommend to people. So like just do it. It doesn't have to be good. At some point, you'll just find something that actually just works. And the 100% of the failed YouTube channels are channels that haven't tried.
Mhm.
So that's my recommendation for people.
Mhm. I thought of a joke.
Let's try. Let's try. Let's see. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
Guys on a podcast.
All right. Thank you.
See, they're like that. They're like,
All right. That was a funny joke. Thank you. So why do you not want to go into technology?
You have to interview me.
Why do you not want to go into technology? Why would you rather be a teacher than work in technology?
Like, it's interesting. It doesn't interest me like teaching does, like the last stream like we did together, which was yesterday. You were like, well, like it feels so good when like your students understand what like you were like they actually really understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So like I want to do that, and because I think it's like super cool that like teachers are like putting knowledge into.
No, but now you're telling me why you want to go into teaching. The question is, why don't you want to go into
I told
technology?
you.
No, you're telling me.
I just said like I don't like I. It's interesting. I just don't find interest like I do in teaching.
Okay. All right.
Next question.
It's your turn. Next
No,
question.
I asked you a bunch of questions. You have to ask me a bunch of questions.
All right. So why don't you want to go into technology? Okay. Next question. Why do you hate me so much?
I only hate you on Thursdays.
Thursdays. Okay. No. Okay. So serious question. Amongst all your friends, like, do you like if you think about all your friends, how many of them are like, oh, you know what? I actually like technology and I would like to go into that.
I feel like if like I had to say someone, like I would say either Jeleni.
No, we don't care about the names. Don't say your friends' names. It's not that we don't care. It's that. But like, how many of your friends?
Like 2 people.
2 people?
Yeah.
Out of how many? 5 billion?
But like this is just like out of pure like their like projects, like from scratch, from Tinker, from whatever.
Yeah.
Like we're doing in technology, So it's like I just think they might have an interest in it, or like they're really good at it,
So they girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all of my friends are basically girls.
Basically
Joe Mama.
Wow, okay.
What was the latest you've ever stayed up?
The latest I've ever stayed up,
or like
That's
haven't
probably-
slept?
5 or 6.
Okay. The latest I've ever stayed up is like
5 or 6 a.m.
no.
For me.
For me, latest like 1 or like midnight.
That's cool.
What? I know I've asked you this, but like it's kind of like a different way of phrasing it. What got you into technology? Like, why?
Yeah.
Wait, I have a different one. Why did you want to start a YouTube channel like for coding, cloud engineering, whatever?
That's a good question. Well, because I think cloud is super cool, and like it's one of those. One thing I really like is like making technology. Can you not do that?
Oh, sorry.
Is making technology accessible to people. I feel like cloud is really like the one thing that just will really help make a lot of technology available to a lot of people, because like for like getting a computer is a little bit difficult, right? If you want to get like your own computer and things like that. But if you go into cloud, now you can get a computer whenever you want, however you want, for however long you want, and you can do anything you want. Where like before cloud, I mean it was cloud, but it wasn't really cloud. You just had to go to a provider and you had to pay like hundreds of dollars a month to get like the tiniest little piece of crap that could run your code, and you didn't really have control over it. They would like control everything. And now with cloud, like it's great because like anyone
So
can just do whatever they want.
So you think they evolved?
No, because these companies still exist, but I feel like if more people knew about cloud and more people like were interested in cloud, they could just do their own thing. Like if you want to host a website like in the cloud, it costs like almost no money at all. Whereas if you want to host a website with like one of these people, it costs a lot of money. So like really like being able to like share your passion with the world, like having the cloud would really help you grow and share your enthusiasm with people and all that stuff. So if that makes any sense to you, but
Okay. Um. So you were like a tutor teacher, right?
I was a tutor slash teacher. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think like was the worst moment in your like tutor teaching career?
I don't think there was anything bad. I think it's just difficult to get to wrangle students. Right? Can you not touch this? Can you
Oh,
not
sorry.
touch this?
Sorry.
Like wrangling students is super tough because they're always like all over the place, and you do like 1, 2, 3 eyes on me or whatever. I would just whistle. Honestly, I would just like no. Can you stop?
Sorry.
Like one thing I would do is I would whistle, or I would just teach my lesson. I've done that before. I would just
Yeah,
teach.
you told me that.
Like if students weren't listening, I would just teach and then be like, so what is the answer to this? And it would all of a sudden become very quiet and be like, you didn't teach this. I'm like, yeah, I just did like 2 minutes ago. Weren't you paying attention? You know. So, but yeah, wrangling students is the toughest.
This is like two questions. So when are we ending the live, and when do you usually end lives?
We're gonna end whenever you want to end the live.
I'm really tired. But
You're
I
really
like
tired?
it's whenever you want, you know. Like if you don't want to end right now.
I've been told that
I'm excited to like. Sorry.
20 minutes at the latest we have to end the live.
20 minutes from now, or like
20 minutes from now, latest.
Okay.
Latest, but if you want to end, if you're tired, then we can just.
Do you want to wait until it's like 50 minutes and then we come?
We can do. See.
And like, why do you do lives? Like,
well, because when I do like videos, it's hard to like be with people, you know, interact with people and ask them question. Hi, Abdullah. It's hard to ask questions. You know, have people ask questions and get the answer. And I feel like it's nice when I go on the live stream and you have somebody interacting with you and answering your questions right there and then, as opposed to like commenting on things. Plus, like when you watch a video, it's not really exciting. You know, you can always go faster or slower, but like when you have a live stream, you can't really speed things through, but you can interact with other people, and I think it's cool. What's the subject? The subject is just any random thing that we ask each other.
it's like interviewing. I'm just asking her about like cloud and stuff like that.
Yeah. Random topics. Yeah. So that's why I like doing live streams.
I'm excited for tomorrow because we're doing I'm gonna learn Python.
You're gonna learn Python tomorrow?
Yeah, you're teaching me.
Where did that come from?
You're gonna teach me.
All right.
You said you were gonna teach me.
I didn't say tomorrow, but I can teach you tomorrow if you're willing to learn tomorrow.
How long did it take you? Like hours, days?
It took me an hour.
How long do you think it's gonna take me? A little
5
low,
years.
little low life. Like, I don't know.
Well, okay, I'm not going to teach you tomorrow because I need to find a problem for you to solve, but
Okay.
um, I think you could learn Python. Honestly, it's not difficult. Programming in general is not difficult. It's not okay. Programming languages aren't difficult. Programming is like the basic concepts of like how to write code and all that stuff. That's the thing that's tough. Once you understand that, the language is just like learning any other language. Like you figure out how to do sentences and things like that.
I forgot what I was gonna ask. Why? Why? Like, what do you think? Like, is a good way of building up? I need to learn Python. What is it? What do you think a good way is to like build up your YouTube channel? Because you talked about like.
Oh no, I broke this.
Caroline.
Well, the way to build your YouTube channel is to just do it. Like honestly.
Well, you said that, but like, do you think it needs to be like editing? Do you think it needs to be like?
Well, it's really about like small steps and improvement. Like you gotta do like a small thing, like every time you try to improve your chat your video, you try to improve your skills like one video at a time. It's really just that's just how everything works. So if you try to do perfect from the beginning, you're gonna fail, because it's never gonna be perfect, especially at first. So that's my tip.
Do you think? Never mind.
I don't think at all.
What do you think is a good way to establish like a good community for YouTube or like anywhere really?
I think it's like you just gotta interact with your community, like through comments, through hearing feedback, through live streams. Like just you build a community by interacting with other people, and not just
being a loner.
not by just existing, right? So you gotta have other people involved to be a community.
What are your? This is clean, right?
This is clean.
Can I touch this?
You can touch this.
What are your why do you do resin and like 3D printing? Like what got you interested?
I was just watching things and I was like, oh, this is cool, because like 3D printing is fun because you can make something that's in your head physically without really having to sculpt or do anything. But then resin, you have like the ability to like reproduce that in like a solid form, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like you can make like colors, you can make anything you want, and that's nice. My name is not Christine, but I will answer it. I have a question. I am at my last year internship in networking. I am a cloud enthusiast, and I would like to work in one of the three big cloud company in the US. Knowing that I am from the US, is it possible? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not really the best person to tell you like this is how you do it because I don't have a job with them. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But I think it's really about proving yourself. A lot of every job really is like about proving yourself, and looking at the jobs that are posted, and like figuring out like, okay, what do I have, what do I not have, and how can I make up for the lack of experience. I was looking at jobs, knowing that you're not from the US. Same thing, same answer. Honestly, these three companies are all over the globe. So if you want to work in the US, don't start with trying to work in the US, because unless you're like exceptional, like really, like you have a huge reputation and you're beyond exceptional, and companies just want you in the US. Um, a lot of companies are not willing to sponsor people to come here. So, but the good thing is these big cloud companies are one of those big threes: Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. They're in every country. So what I would do is I would start trying to find a job in your country with these companies. Not warehouse worker. Well, I mean, you could maybe be a warehouse worker, but I don't see the point for Amazon. But like start with these companies in your country, and then try to move within the company and try to say, you know what, I'm interested in going to the US, and try to work with your US teams. You know, uh, like for example, I'm going to Germany for 3 months because a lot of the teams I work with are in Germany. So you know, networking and being needed. It may take time to move to the US, but you never know. I hope that answers the question. I know it's not really the best answer that you're looking for, but yeah, coming to work in the US is a tough thing. So what's that face?
I don't know. I'm tired. Do you think like we answered enough questions?
I think we answered enough questions. If you want to end it,
Do you want to end?
yeah, we can end it.
Okay. Well, you
I
gotta.
thought that was your channel now.
Oh,
You can end it by being, you've been kid interviewed.
we're gonna do Python sometime next week or this week, sorry. And yeah, you've been kid interviewed.
I've been kid interviewed.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone who came. Thank you, everyone who's watching this later. And we'll do another interview. Stream. Bye.